Today we're going to be getting every mutation on the mangrove seed. If you guys don't know already, the mangrove seed was obtained by ascending before the system was buffed. Apart from that though, let's go ahead and start getting all the mutations. So let's go ahead and plant it down in the middle and then start watering it just to get it grown a little bit. I'm going to be taking a different approach. I'm going to be using triceratops instead of mooncats or orange tabbies. And then to lower the cooldown, I will be using a peacock. As you guys see, I do have a whole bunch of carrots here I did prepare before this video that has a decent amount of mutations like eclipse, tempestuous, shock, celestial, toxic, frozen, moonlit, and then obviously some other ones that are pretty much the same, but they have like a few different ones. Like this one has toxic, this one has clay, another one has sandy. The mangrove has fully grown. As you guys can see, this is how the base ones look like. Let's go ahead and grow a big one. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting down our sprinklers. And the only reason why I'm actually doing the triceratop method is because I don't really want to spend too many Robux on this. And I know you can also use orange tabbies with triceratops, but I've been pretty successful with just triceratops. So if it's not broke, don't fix it basically. So we're just going to wait for the peacock, obviously use its ability, and we should be able to get some pretty big mangroves. I was not really expecting them to look like this. As you can see, they go all the way to the bottom. So it's kind of hard to determine on how wide they can get. Clearly they can get pretty long. Pause. But let's go ahead and collect these. And I'm actually going to favorite this one in the very corner because it seems like it's the biggest one. And let's go ahead and put down the peacock again. And let's see if we can possibly get a different one in terms of size, obviously. And we do get a golden one, another silver one, which I'm just going to collect because these are not big enough. Still not bigger than the one we previously have. This one might be close. This one on the left, but I can't really tell. It's so hard to tell. That one's not big. Neither is that one. I'll just go ahead and collect that one. It's not big. Yeah, it looks like this is our biggest one so far. Let's go ahead and see how big they actually are. So this is how they look. And the biggest one I can see so far is 15 kg. Oh, here's this one, 15.73 kg. So we got a couple more. Still not as big as the one we have. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more. And then if I don't see one bigger than this, we'll just continue with this one, I guess. We did get one that was slightly bigger, but not insanely big. So we're just going to roll with this one. Let's go ahead and start putting down our butterfly so we can get that rainbow. And then of course, I'm going to have the peacock down for the cooldown. And I'm also going to put down our queen bee. All right, our butterfly is about to go off in 13 seconds. And that should give us rainbow. We did get the 5 extra mutations on there, which should be good. And there we go. We have officially gotten a rainbow on our mangrove. So let's go ahead and refavorite it again, just so we won't pick it up on accident. But now let's go ahead and start doing the sprays. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the pets for now so they're not in the way. So let's go ahead and just put wet, honey glazed, chocolate, verdant, glimmering, cloud touched, bloom, luminous, chilled. Now let's go ahead and put down our disco bee. I only have one disco bee, so it might take a little bit longer than normal. And I also have windy on it, but we already got the spray. Then I'll go ahead and put down my aromatic tanuki to hopefully get aromatic. While those abilities go off, let's go ahead and put down some sugar apples over here in this very corner to start working on the apple gazelle. And then I'm gonna go ahead and also put down some mandrake seeds to try to get rot. And I only have 2 mandrakes. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. Let's go ahead and water these and let's start collecting. And there we go. We got it in our last one to pick up, so we can go ahead and pick up our mandrakes. I just came over to the crafting bench and we're going to start crafting a shock spray so we can start doing the raiju. But while we wait for that, let's go ahead and put down our spaghetti sauce to hopefully get meatball pasta sauce. And then that's going to obviously make spaghetti. And while I'm actually here, I'm going to go ahead and put a tranquil shard on one of these sloths. I'll just go ahead and put it on that one. Unfortunately, I do not have a corrupt shard, so we won't be able to get corrupt. I'll try to work on finding a corrupt pet from somebody. And there's also a few other mutations that I will not be able to get, like Downbound, because I don't have an ascended pet. I'll try to work on that as well. I'm not going to be able to get bloodlet either unless the bloodlet weather event happens. So unfortunately, we have been pretty unlucky on trying to guarantee some of these mutations, so I do apologize. But next time I will definitely try to check those off for you guys. So let me just go AFK for a little bit until we get some of these mutations. On this carrot right here, we have gotten spaghetti, and then there's been a lot of other stuff as well that's gotten sauce, meatball, pasta. We've also gotten disco, which is a huge W. That one is a little bit tedious. It took like 5 or 6 tries. We can go ahead and remove the disco bee now. We haven't gotten aromatic, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna pick up 2 of the spaghetti sloths, and then I'll just leave the tranquil one because we still need that. Now we're gonna move on to the lobsters, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did with one of the spaghetti sloths. I'm actually gonna put tranquil on one of them just to speed that process up a little bit. Then we have 3 more slots, and those 3 slots are gonna be used by the corrupt kitsune. Once again, I do not have the red kitsune, so my apologies for that. After the corrupted kitsune, we're gonna put down 2 junk bots to get oil. So those are the new mutations we're gonna be going for. Hopefully we can get aromatic soon, tranquil, and then obviously the new mutations. Once we get tranquil, I believe we're gonna move on to the apple gazelle once these sugar apples are done growing. But let's go ahead and get a quick update on our mangrove. The 2 mutations that were added are obviously sandy and meatball. All the other ones we already had through sprays. But apart from that, we're gonna do another AFK session, and hopefully by the time we get back, these sugar apples will be fully grown. We have 2 favorited sugar apples. This one over here on the right side has tranquil, and then this one right here on the left side does have oil. So now we can take off the tranquil spaghetti sloth. I'm still gonna keep the lobster obviously because we haven't gotten molten nor meteoric. We still haven't gotten aromatic, unfortunately. I will have to check the other plants to see if it was applied, but I did not see it. And then I'll just go ahead and keep the corrupted kitsune to try to get corrupt foxfire chakra. But now we can get rid of the junk bots, and we're gonna go ahead and put down our apple gazelles to hopefully get warped. So let's go ahead and start picking up some of these sugar apples. And we're duping sugar apples, but we're not getting lucky or warped. And as you guys saw there, molten did fail. All right, we have another sugar apple right there, and we do not get lucky enough. So I think we're gonna have to wait again for the sugar apples to fully grow. So I'll just go ahead and pick these up, and we're gonna move on to the lemon line. And we do have 2 more slots open, so I'll just go ahead and put down the peach wasp as well. We have 2 of them, so I might as well put those down. And then after those, we are gonna be moving on to the golden goose and then the gnome. Depending on how it goes for the lobster, we could possibly put on the griffin to get cyclonic, and then we do have the other mutation to make maelstrom. Brain rot has been applied, as you guys just saw there, and we also managed to get meteoric right here on this carrot. Unfortunately, we still haven't gotten molten, not even aromatic, so we're still grinding for that. But we can remove our lemon line. The peach wasp hasn't gone off yet, so we're still waiting for plasma. And then we have gotten corrupt chakra, but we haven't gotten corrupt foxfire chakra, so we're still waiting for that, or at least hopefully we can get that. The sky merchant also arrived. Hopefully it has some cloud touch sprays, and unfortunately it does not. And I think that's all of the new mutations so far that we've gotten. Everything else is still the same. We do have clay there. We used to have sandy on it. And then let's go ahead and check our actual mangrove to see if there's any updates. And so far nothing new on it, but that's completely fine. I do believe the shock spray is done, so we can go ahead and pick that up and then come over here to the right side of my garden, and we're gonna go ahead and place down 1 carrot, then water it, get our raiju, put it down, and then we're gonna spray this carrot with shocked, because every 10 minutes a raiju devours a fruit with shock mutation for 1.5x shekel value to summon a chain of lightning to mutate 4.70 fruits with static. Once again, we're still looking for aromatic, then corrupt foxfire chakra, and then for the lobster we only need a molten, and we're almost due for plasma. So this next round of AFK should be pretty good progress. We ended up getting static and plasma, so now we're gonna retry the apple gazelles to hopefully get warped. We have to be careful though to not pick up any of the sugar apples with static or plasma. And there we go, we finally got the warped mutation. I think that was our last sugar apple too to pick up without any important mutations. So that's a huge W right there. So now we're gonna have 3 extra pet slots. Obviously we haven't gotten molten nor corrupt foxfire chakra. And once again, we've been very unlucky on trying to get aromatic. Let's go ahead and check if anything does have it. I don't think so though. It has applied pretty much every mutation except for aromatic, that tanuki. Yeah, we haven't gotten anything. Let's go ahead and check these mangroves. So we're still gonna keep the corrupt kitsune and the aromatic tanuki. But we're gonna go ahead and put down the golden goose, and we're also gonna put down the gnome. I already have a decent amount of gnomes placed down over here to boost the chances for the mutation, and we have one more pet slot, so we're gonna put down our griffin to hopefully get cyclonic, and that is also gonna give us maelstrom. So we're pretty far into the list of all of the mutations, so you guys already know, another AFK session. Acid rain just happened as soon as I came back, and right as I came back as well, I did see that we actually got gnomed. As you guys can see, there it is on this carrot, and we also did get cyclonic. So now we can remove the golden goose, gnome, and griffin, and now we're gonna go ahead and put down the chicken zombies because I completely forgot this one. And the next pet on the list was gonna be the cockatrice, but since we already have toxic, we don't need to do that. So we're gonna put down one of the new pets from the last update, which is the phoenix. And while we're here, let's go ahead and adjust these fortune eggs to not be in the way of everything. And I'm pretty sure we actually ended up getting acidic on something, hopefully. Let me go ahead and recheck everything. After checking everything, unfortunately, I don't think we actually got acidic on anything. I swear I saw it say that it was applied to like a carrot or something, but I do not see it, which does suck. But I mean, it was at least nice to see that weather event happen. And something I was thinking about while I was AFK, I'm actually gonna go ahead and remove the shiny mutation of this corrupted kitsune, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put aromatic on it. So hopefully with that small change, we can finally go ahead and tick aromatic off the list. And let's go ahead and check our cooldowns while we're here already. We still have 10 minutes until aromatic is attempted again, and then we're about to see if we can get molten now. Hopefully that does happen, and then we're getting close to one chicken zombie, and then the phoenix is about to go off in 45 seconds. And I'm actually not sure if it's a guaranteed mutation. The mutation is flaming. I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed. We're about to see, but the lobster is gonna proc first, so let's see if it gives us molten this time. Let's cross our fingers, and it was meteoric, so unfortunately, yes, we actually did get molten. Let's go. It should be, I think it's this one, right? Yes, thank you. Finally, we got molten, and then there it is. The phoenix is guaranteed. We also got flaming, so we can go ahead and remove the two lobsters and the phoenix. The next pets on the list are grizzly. That is going to give us the fall mutation, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put down a badger. That's also going to give us the cracked mutation. Then one of the new pets of this update, which is the swan, which is going to give us the graceful mutation. And then after those pets, we're pretty much almost done. We just need to put down the space squirrel and then get void touched. So let's go ahead and AFK once again. That AFK session lasted like 2 minutes because I did see as I was tabbing out of the game, the grizzly bear actually procced for fall mutation. So now let's go ahead and put down our last and final pet, which is the space squirrel. Very cool looking pet, one of my favorite pets in the game because like look at it, it's just so sick. So at least we got a guaranteed way to get void touch now. Apart from that, let's go ahead and AFK again. Alright, so a little bit of an update on some new mutations. We did end up getting cracked, and then I did just see that we got zombified. And yes, we got aromatic. Let's go. Finally. So we can go ahead and remove the badger. I think we also got void touch, so we can remove the space squirrel. We also got graceful, and we also got zombified, and then we can remove pretty much every pet now. So we're going to be moving everything that is important. So here is molten with cracked. I'm going to move them over here. Here we have gnomed, and then we have flaming here, and then there's zombified, then there's aromatic with corrupt chakra. Then we can pick up that one, pick that up, and then I don't think we need any of those because we have spaghetti on a carrot over there. Here's cyclonic, then meteoric. I know we got warped, but I did not see it anywhere, so that's a little worrying. So we're gonna have to recheck everything again. I'll move those golden eggs in a bit. Tranquil, meatball, plasma cracked, graceful. There's void touch with meteoric. Oh, there it is. I think I'll just go ahead and move all of the trees together just to make sure we have every mutation, because I don't want to accidentally pick something up and then we have to redo it again, especially if it's going to be a mutation that was super hard to get, like aromatic. Obviously it's not on any of the sugar apples, but you guys get what I'm trying to say. And then let's go ahead and unfavorite all of these carrots, and we're going to go ahead and move all of them as well, even though I'm pretty sure all of them have the same mutations. And we just got eclipse. Fortunately we already have that on some of these carrots, so we don't really need it. It would would be nice if Bloodlet would happen since we didn't have a Kappa. Now we just have to put on our Spinosaurus, our T-Rex, and our Sugar Glider with the Peacock to transfer everything over. I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It could be a few hours. So I'll be back whenever everything is done. After 4 hours of AFK, we have successfully transferred every mutation that I got to the Mangrove. And here's how it looks like so far. Let's go ahead and unfavorite it so we can look at all of the mutations. Obviously, like I said earlier in the video, we are missing a few like Dawnbound, the Red Kitsune mutations. But all the mutations we ended up getting is Rainbow, Cosmic, Cyclonic, Chocolate, Spaghetti, Luminous, Glimmering, Corrupt Chakra, Ceramic, Aromatic, Warp, Windstruck, Abyssal, Corrosive, Graceful, Gloom, Paradisal, Fortune, Brain Rot, Honey Glazed, Frozen, Inferno, Cloud Touch, Moonlit, Oil, Tranquil, Gnomed, Fall, Storm Charged, Corrupt Foxfire Chakra, Pollinated, Plasma, Zombified, Disco, and Cracked. So a super long grind, but we managed to get it done. Let me go ahead and count all of the mutations to see how many there are. We did end up with 44 mutations. Obviously here on the list is less, but I am counting the ones that combine each other like Corrosive, Storm Charged, all of those other mutations. Before we actually collect it, let's go ahead and magnifying glass it to see how much it's worth. And the big reveal is gonna be 771 billion. We're pretty close to 1 trillion. I'm sure if we got the other mutations from Adamant Events, Dawnbound, all of those other ones, we would have definitely came close to 1 trillion. So not too bad. And also you gotta take into consideration that the Mangrove could have been even bigger. But now let's go ahead and collect it to see how it looks. There we go. And look at this thing. This thing is absolutely mutated. It looks pretty sick. But that is pretty much all for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you want to become one of the 5,000 OGs, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to hit the like button. But apart from that, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.